Okay guys, here's where we're at. I've got the pipe tacked up all the way down to the expansion chamber, what do you want to call this? This sliding in and out. This adapter is actually a little bit large. It goes over that pipe, which I didn't really want, but that's where it came. So we got our 3-inch canister and then our turnout. And then I'm just waiting to I wanted to put it on the ground to see what it looked like. You know, 'cause sometimes you get something on a lift that just don't look the same when you put it down on the ground. I really like how it's turned out. It's not done, of course, but a lot of welding left to do, but all the hard stuff's done as far as the thought and the design. So what I wanted to accomplish, as I mentioned earlier, is get this to where it wasn't so close to your leg. And I marked I put this original pipe back on there, and I marked where this is the outside of this pipe right here, and then this was the outside of it down here where that heat shield's at. So I wanted to tuck it in closer here and up in here, so I marked it on the floor to see, okay, how close are we actually getting? So if you look at this thing, that's the outside right there, and we're probably a good inch in right there. And then down there you can see it actually curves out, so it gets closer to your leg. But if you take it out up in here, I mean, it gets even further. That's probably a good inch and a quarter, inch and a half. So then on where the silencer's at on that, here's the outside. I mean, that's probably a good 2.5, 3 inches in. And then once we get out to the tip, which this is further back, here's the exit on the other pipe, and then we're out here, so it's probably a good 5 inches further back, which I thought it needed to have a little more length on the pipe just for appearance reasons. But if you look right here on the outside edge, we're right on that, which we're about 1/2 inch in, which is what I want. I didn't want to go out any further and then you cause a rubbing issue if somebody really leans the bike over, which this thing probably is going to get down there. But you hate to do a real nice pipe and then it drags the ground. It makes you sick to your stomach. So it's inward and it's that way. It's back a little bit further. When your leg comes down, it's like right here. So like tucked right back behind your leg is this pipe coming out. It's pretty cool. So when you sit on the bike, plenty of clearance. When you put your leg across here, you know, it's way inward than what it was. I'm anticipating we'll probably still wrap it, maybe a portion of it, although I hate to cover up a bunch of hopefully cool looking welds. But yeah, it's looking pretty good, man. I'm pumped. I'm gonna take this portion here off and I'm gonna weld it on the table, and then I'm gonna weld this part separately so they're not rolling all around and this thing's getting all beat up. This pipe isn't too bad. Like, it can get a hit here and there and you aren't gonna notice it, but this big section here, I already had to buff out a little bit of scratch on there. I got a little careless with the sander. Just setting it on the side of the table can scratch up that pipe and it makes it look like crap. So anyway, this is it, man. I'm super pumped. Sean's gay. Okay, so I got this adapter to go from a 2 1/4 to 3. It's got this butt weld on it here with no rod put into it, looks like. So I'm going right here, I'm adding some rod to it for strength, because this thing's gonna be hanging out there on its own. And also it'll match all the other welds.